Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Connecting to audio.
Hey, Wendy. Very
Hi.
good morning.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. Really happy to have you with us today. We're going to give people a few more minutes to join before we kick off today's community conversation. So I can see chat join. Let us know where you're tuning in from, chat. We have Sean from Oregon. I'm actually from Malaysia. And Shashwat from Bangalore, India. Hey, Chad from Brisbane, Australia. Nice. I think I've seen you a couple of times in the forum. Your always appreciate your contribution in the BIM 360 forum boards on your expertise and your insights and your ideas. Very grateful. Probably give another minute and then we can start. All right, I think I can start. So let's kick it off. So welcome to today's community conversation. My name is Wendy Lim and I'll be your community host. We are joined by Shashwat Bhardwaj. Today we will be discussing the new big thing in AEC industry, cloud connected data. This is a high demand and popular topic which I get asked a lot. And if you miss any, you can always find all the sessions on the Community Conversations website. So community conversations provide opportunities for engineers, designers, artists, and makers to meet in a safe, live virtual setting to share expertise, get to know leaders in your field, and grow your community network. The sessions are always supported by Autodesk community managers to help guide conversation, feed important insights back from community to Autodesk, and support participants in getting connected to the expertise you need. So just quickly, our safe harbor statement. If we make any forward-looking statements, I don't want you to make any purchase decisions based on those statements. If you're making purchasing decisions, look at software in its state today and that alone. And some ground rules and norms before we begin today's conversation. Everyone's line is muted to reduce background noise. We do invite you to keep your camera turned on as comfortable so we can get as close to a physical environment in our new virtual world. This conversation should be exactly that, a conversation. Use the Zoom raise hand function and our moderator will unmute you to ask a question. Shashwat will be taking questions throughout and also at the end. You can also type your questions in the chat at any time. The session is being recorded and will be emailed to all attendees and also uploaded to the community conversation site. By participating in this session, you consent to being recorded. So again, hi, I'm Wendy Lim, and I'm the Community Manager for Architecture, Engineering, and Construction Industry here at Autodesk. We are joined by Autodesk Senior Implementation Consultant, Bhardwaj. So Shashwat, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and begin today's conversation?
Thank you, Wendy. Very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Shashwat Bhardwaj, Senior Implementation Consultant based out of Bangalore, India. I assist Autodesk Enterprise Priority customers on AEC products like BIM 360, Revit, Autodesk Construction Cloud, Autodesk Forge, Navisworks, etc. And it has been around 4 years since I've joined Autodesk. And before that, I was working as a structural engineer in the power plant design industry. And today I'm very excited to share my expertise today with all of you. So this is the topic for today, the new big thing in AEC industry, cloud connected data. We will discuss the agenda quickly. In this session, we will discuss how the evolution of data has happened in AEC industry, the common data environment by Autodesk. So we have BIM 360 as well as Autodesk Construction Cloud, and how you can save the data in the CDE. We will also discuss how we are moving towards the platform-based industry where the data is connected. And in the end, we will discuss how you can leverage the connected data and capture more insight and analytics from it. To begin with, we'll start with the evolution of data in architecture, engineering, and construction industry. So the data is not new. And if we talk about the Stone Age, we see that at that time also, the structure and the designs were being built, and how the information was transferred from one person to another through the drawings. Drawings were also there at that time. They were handcrafted on stones, and that's how people were doing the communication of the data and their insight with the help of these type of drawings, which you can see on your screen. With time, things evolved. Paper, the paper industry came into picture. Now through the designers were doing and sharing the information of their designs and data using the handwritten drawings. And you can see that there's an image which has been captured, I think, in the early 18th or 17th century. Then the era came for the computer-aided design. So if you see that in 1980s, the 2D dimensional computer-aided design came into picture, and the AutoCAD evolved. Then the era came, which is in early 2000s, the building information modeling. 3D modeling brought simulation analysis into the design process, demonstrating how design will work in reality, and so that they can be optimized before they build. So this is the new way humans evolve, and how the information can be shared, how the data can be shared, so that the structures or the construction can happen very efficiently. It's nothing but just a mere a way of communicating the information from one person to another. So so currently now you know that the building information modeling has come. So we can share the information over iPads. We can share the information over 2D printed sheets, and directly to the site we can share and pass on the information. But what's next? What is the one thing which was missing and is missing right now? So the design is there, the construction is there, but they are not really connected. So the new way of the evolution is the cloud connected data. So data is key here, because when we are in the design phase and when we want to move our designs and documents to the construction phase, so currently some of the workflows are not yet connected. We want to connect these workflows directly from design to construction and to operate phase. And this cloud connected data is the new future. And in today's session, we will discuss how the industry is evolving and how using Autodesk Common Data Environment, you can achieve this. So Autodesk Common Data Environment has three different categories. So if you are in a design phase and if you want to, if you are just focusing on the design side, so we do have a solution which is Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro. So you can do your designing on that part. And if you want to move from design phase to planning phase, we do have a solution which is Autodesk Takeoff. So you can capture the information, what you have designed using Takeoff, and you can get insights of that information in the Takeoff. And if you want to move to the building project phase, then we do have a solution which is Autodesk Build. So these are the three different portfolios which Autodesk provides. And all these three different portfolios are based on single platform, which is Autodesk Docs. In Autodesk Docs, you can save the information, you can save the data at one place. And once the data is stored at one place, you can capture the insight directly from the design to construction phase. And in the coming slides, we will discuss how you can utilize the value of connected data using Autodesk Docs. Autodesk Docs is built on one single platform. We call it as Autodesk Forge. We will see that how you can leverage Autodesk Forge and extract the information which is present already there in Autodesk Docs and customize it based on your requirement and needs. So if you talk about the value, what you can get, if like being in common data environment, you will get the connected teams, connected workflows, and the most importantly, connected data. As the data is connected, you can leverage the information and extract the insight based on your requirement and make the project based decision much smoother. So what that will help you is that will help you in reduction of cost, making the design, making the construction process fast, efficient, and you can control your project more effectively in common data environment. Before I move to platform, are there any questions? Okay, I'll take it as a no. Now let's come to the platform, which is the connected data. So in past, I will not go into the basics of what the common data environment is, what BIM 360 is, or what Autodesk Construction Cloud is. So basically, our common data environment, as I mentioned earlier, it is based on one service, which is called as it is based on one platform, which is called as Autodesk Forge. And this is the platform where all the information is saved at one single place, and we can connect different workflows and different processes with the help of it. So in today's community conversation, we'll see that the first thing, which is the data exchange, how you can share the information which is present in Revit 2023, and you can directly pass it to Inventor 2023. So what we'll do, the application which we will use is Revit, and the Autodesk Docs is the platform where we will save, where the data is saved, which is the hosting provider, and Inventor, which will consume this particular data. So if I talk about this workflow, so we can take an example of like a pre-construction, or maybe an industrialized construction industry, where the designs are being made in Revit, and directly in the factory, that design will get passed on to Inventor, and then Inventor is feeding that information to CNC machine, or you can capture more insight on the manufacturing side. So Inventor is a product which is predominantly used by the manufacturing industry. So if the design team wants to share that information directly to the manufacturing team, this is the workflow which they can follow. So I'll quickly open my Revit, and I'll show you how one can do that. So, a second. Okay, so as you can see that this is my Revit model, and this is a structure model. I believe everyone has, like, you guys have seen this this model. It's a sample model. So this model has the information of the steel elements. You can see the columns, you can see the beams, and what we will do is we'll pass on this information to Autodesk Common Data Environment, which is Autodesk Construction Cloud. So this model is cloud collaborated. By cloud collaborated means it's Revit Cloud work sharing has been enabled. And you can see that in the published settings, I have selected in the set one, the 3D view. So I think I have not selected, but let me just quickly create one specific view, which is set two. And let me include a 3D view in this and a couple of information like sheet, this and this. What I'll do, I will save this information to set two. Okay, save and close. I'll synchronize this model so that my latest changes, whatever I have made, are getting saved in this. Then we will publish this model to Autodesk Construction Cloud. So this is saving the model to the central location. It is then saving to the local host. And then let me just quickly refresh this view. It is taking some time, but the information is already published. So what I'll do, I will open. Okay, I think now it has come up. So it was the structure model. So let me select and click on publish. So what publish will do, this activity will publish the last synchronized version of this model and publish it to BIM 360 or Autodesk Construction Cloud viewer. So that viewer is basically the large model viewer. It's not a Revit model, or it's not a Revit like Revit view. It's a translated view, what we see generally on cloud. So I'll quickly open my files and okay. So now you can see that this is publishing this model. So it might take some time for this model to get published. So what basically Revit, what Autodesk Construction Cloud doing is, it is translating the data which has been recently synced in Revit, and it is publishing the data to Autodesk Construction Cloud viewable format. So let me quickly open the other file, which is the architecture model. So this is the architecture model, which was published by me earlier. And you can see that this is the 3D view information, which has been translated to the viewer. Now, if I want to pass on this information to Inventor, so recently there has been an announcement, which is through data exchange, we can pass this information to any other platform. So what in today's session, what we'll do is we'll share this information to Inventor. How we can do that? So what you need to go to a specific view, select these three dots and create a data exchange. So this data exchange is built on Autodesk Forge. What this will do is it will create a specific file format which has all the information of this model as a data exchange. And let's say this is the roof, and it has some material property, it has some geometry property. So what this data exchange will do, data exchange will create a file format, and yeah, and you can select where do you want to save. So what I'll do, I'll just save this to project file, and here you can see that a total of 629 objects will get saved. This includes geometries, properties, and 3D view. So I'll hit on create exchange. And once it's done, it will create an exchange file format in here. So you can see that this is an exchange file format. You'll not be able to like edit this, copy this, but this we will use to import the data in Inventor. And if you quickly want to view it, what is available in this 3D.v1, so you can see that this has some information of all the geometries. Let's say if I want to get some information of roof, then it will give you all the information that what is the extrusion, what is the property, which phase it has been created, what is the area, volume, etc. So this is the data exchange format the Forge has created in Autodesk Construction Cloud. So here, as this is a platform,
Shashwat.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe question from me. So I'm very curious about this exchange format file. Is this an IFC file, or is this file can it be viewed from other software that is not part of Autodesk?
That's a very good question, Wendy. So this is the file which is it's not a IFC file basically. It's a exchange file, and it is currently being only open in the Autodesk software. Like for example, if I just take an example of this Inventor, only Inventor can open this file, and also we'll not be able to download this file. So you can only access this file from Autodesk Construction Cloud.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Shashwat.
Yeah. So this is the file format, and if you really, so this has been now published, and if you want to open this in Inventor, so what you need to do is you need to open Inventor, and as this is an exchange format, so you can go to collaborate, select data exchange option, and then as this information, as that file is saved in Autodesk Construction Cloud, you can access that file directly from the data exchange option. Okay, I think it might take some time, so let me reopen Inventor. So in the meantime, like as this model, this exchange file has all the information regarding the geometry, regarding the properties, you can also export this information in the form of Excel file, or maybe you can create your dashboard based on what you need. So what we'll do in today's session, we will only cover the Inventor part, like how you can connect the design data directly to Inventor. So this is opening the data exchange. So I think it might take some time for this to get like open. So what I've done is I've already created like one. Okay, now I think it has come. So it is asking you to select an account and a project. So what you need to do is you need to sign in with your correct credentials. So on the top, you can see that I have signed in with my user ID, which is Shashwat Bhardwaj. And then all the projects and all the accounts, this will show. So my account was Autodesk University 2020. So I will open the account, and you can see that this has multiple data exchange information. So I want 3D structure information. So what I'll do, I will select this file. You can preview this file also, like, if you want to see what exactly is there in this model. So I think it's still processing, so that's why we are getting this message. It's not loaded. However, we can preview the other file. So you can see that this is the 3D view, and it will open the Forge viewer or the large model viewer. and you can preview all the information before loading it in Inventor. So this is the architecture file which I created for the Exchange. So you can preview this, you can view the properties, model browser, and all. But I'm only interested in 3D structure. So what I'll do is I'll click on 3D structure and I'll hit on load. So this will load the model. However, loading might take some time. So in order to save some time, what I've done is I've already created and loaded this in Inventor. So let me just move this. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that this is the model which we created or we modeled in Revit, and with the help of data exchange, which is a feature by Autodesk Forge, you can pass on this information in Inventor. And if we talk about the model tree or model structure, you can see that all the information is segregated into different folders, and you can see the in the family tree, in the file tree. If you want to go to, or if you want to select the room, that what is the room, or maybe like you want to select the structural column, so you can select all the structural column in a go. So basically all this information which you created in it, now you can view that in Inventor. So previously this the workflow was very different. You need to export directly from Revit to any other format, and then you need to import it. But now, as everything is happening over cloud, so you will get the accessibility of data in one single environment. So previously, if you were doing the manual export and import, there is also a probability that the information what you are consuming is not up to the latest. But as this information is already present in cloud, so you can see that which version is published, when it is published, and by whom it is published. So you will get the latest information, latest and the greatest information of this model in common data environment. So this is one way you can connect your design data directly with any other software. And in this session, we discussed how using Revit and Inventor, you can pass how directly the design data which is created in Revit can be shared in Inventor, and you can directly start your work in Inventor and push your design data to the construction or maybe to the manufacturing part.
And Shashwat, is this interoperability works for other software, like for example, from Revit into Civil or InfraWorks and then back into Revit, and making sure that there's always a dynamic relationship between the software?
That's a very good question, Wendy. So for now, this information, this connect is possible only in few software. Inventor is one. There are other third-party softwares which using this tool we can connect, and we still are building the capability of data exchange in our other products and portfolio. So moving forward, the future would be that whatever the information you are creating from the design software, you will pass that information to common data environment. And from that common data environment, you will get that freedom and that technology to pass that information to any other software. It could be Autodesk software, or it could be any third-party software too. So basically what we are trying to discuss here, or what we are looking at here is, it's the future of the data accessibility, future of data in Autodesk AEC industry. So the future is the data will get centralized in one single place, and you can pass that information from one software to another software without any hassle and without any problem. But to answer and to summarize your question, currently this is only available in a couple of software. Inventor is one of them, and moving forward, we are looking forward to include this in other parts of design industry softwares.
Thank you, Shashwat.
Awesome. So yeah, this is regarding the data exchange, how you can share your design data to manufacturing software like Inventor. So similar to this, you can also exchange your information to other formats. So let's say, let's take an example that you have a Revit model, which has information regarding door, windows, etc. And you have saved that model in Autodesk Construction Cloud. So what you can do is you can share this that information to Excel file or maybe to any Power BI dashboard. You can also create a dashboard with the help of data exchange. So that connector is like currently available, and that can be done using Microsoft Automate, Power Automate. So with Microsoft Power Automate, what you can do is you can link this data exchange to your Excel file. So as soon as the Revit model is getting updated with the information, your Excel file or your spreadsheet or any of the BI tool in which you have linked that information, that will get updated. So this is the future of data. The data is not constrained to one software, but you can capture the insight of that software to any platform, any BI tool, any Excel tool, any kind of data extraction tool. So this is currently available using the Power Automate. Because of we do have a couple of minutes only, I'll not be covering this information. So I will go to the next topic, which is Forge Showroom. So we discussed how you can connect the information which is already there in common data environment. Especially we discussed about regarding the design data. There are other information which can be extracted from the build data like forms, issues, sheets, submittal, etc. But in that using data exchange, we discussed how the information present in the design data can be shared to different places. Now let's talk about the Forge showroom. So basically, Forge is a platform, and I believe for many of us, this is we were very not confident about this tool, what exactly Forge is, and what all solutions we can get from Forge. So Forge is basically a tool. It's you can capture the APIs of Autodesk Construction Cloud with the help of Forge. As I mentioned this earlier, our cloud solution are based on one single platform, which is Autodesk Forge. So there are a couple of APIs available, publicly. So you can create your own dashboards, your own software and tools, and extract the information which is already there in common data environment, and prepare the solution out of it. So Forge Showroom is one place where you can see how this information can be extracted, and there are a couple of examples which you can get, the potential of Autodesk Forge and common data environment, which you can decipher. So I'll quickly share my screen, and I'll take you to what Forge Showroom is. Okay, so Forge Showroom has a couple of solutions which is already available to you. You can view this, and if you want to get a source code of it, so you can select the GitHub and you can duplicate the information, and you can create your own website or own application based on these application. So there are a couple of things. For example, like if you want to create a PDF export of all the clashes which you have created in Autodesk Construction Cloud, you can capture it. Like if you want to create a clash issue and you want to create a report out of it, you can get this done using this application. Or for example, you want to create a digital twin of a particular model with a help, and you want to connect your IoT some sensors to your BIM data, which is present in Autodesk Construction Cloud. you can do so with the help of this tool. So there are a couple of other tools which are very interesting. So please feel free to go to Forge Showroom and explore like what all a possible solution are present. So today I will discuss regarding the building information modeling, the quantity information application. So this is a proof of concept which has been developed on Forge. So this is a model which is already there in Autodesk Construction Cloud. And with the help of Forge, we have created an application. And what this application will do is it do the quantity takeoff. So if I say that I want to capture all the doors which are present in this model, so what I'll do is I'll go to report, I'll go to door, and I can see that this has highlighted the different doors and door types. Now, if I want to capture the information that I want to capture the height also, you can see that all this information is present. So now why we are discussing this here is because that design data is already being pushed or published in Autodesk Construction Cloud or in Common Data Environment. Autodesk Forge is a tool which is helping you is to capture that data which is published in one single application. So what you are seeing here is the data, and this data is now accessible. So previously, when you were doing and when you were modeling, let's say in 1980s or maybe in 2000, all this information was hidden in the software. Like in AutoCAD, it was it's like as it's a 2D dimensional tool, you'll not be able to capture all these information at this level. But now, if you talk about building information modeling, you can feed in the different type names, you can feed in different height, quantities, and all. So this is like very few information. You can capture a lot of things, and you can create a single model which has a lot of information. Now with Autodesk Forge, with Common Data Environment, you have the potential to capture all this information in one single dashboard, and you can create your own dashboard, your own applications based on your requirement. So previously this was not like there, but now moving forward, as the connected data is happening, so you can capture all this information like through Forge. So this is one sort of example how you can capture it. Are there any questions?
Just curious though, Shashwat, like how different is this quantity takeoff compared to the one that is within Revit, for example?
So if we talk about Revit, so in Revit there is you can also capture the quantity via schedules. So you can do that. Like, so all that information which is already present in Revit, that is the exact information you will see here. So this height, what you are seeing here for this particular door with this type name, that is the same information you will see that in Revit. So there is no difference. The information is exact and to the mark. Wendy.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
Yep.
And the information which you want to publish, like to Common Data Environment or Autodesk Construction Cloud, how you can do that? You need to go to Revit, and you need to select that which information you want to publish. So in this view, you can see that this beam is there, this column is there, this beam is there, and this has some information inside it, like the property level information. But by any chance, if you don't want this beam to be published, so what you can do is you can hide this beam in this particular view, and before publishing this view, you can also deselect this view, or and before publishing this to Autodesk Construction Cloud, just make sure that the information what you are placing it in here will get published to the cloud. So this is one way to capture and to restrict the information which you don't want to publish to cloud. Okay. So this is what we discussed regarding Forge Showroom. Now, in what we discussed mainly was how you can capture and the data directly from design tools, and how you can create application and play with it using Autodesk Forge APIs. Now let's discuss how the data is changing the way we are capturing insight and analytics in the AEC industry. So Autodesk has a couple of solutions regarding the insight and analytics. So Autodesk Construction Cloud, as you know, that this is a unified platform. So you can collect the different sort of data points. Data points can be in the form of models, documents, assets, cost, photos, drawings, videos, and you can collect the entire project life cycle from design to construction in one single platform. And using that unified data, you can capture the insight, you can harness the power of your data to make the better decisions faster. You can create dashboards, you can create reports through Construction IQ and Data Connector. All this can be possible. So this is one sort of example, like how using Autodesk Construction Cloud Insight, you get the dashboard, which has all the information. So you can see that the project address, with where you are, with the current location, you get this. So this is, we call it as card. So you can create different cards. So in this, you can see that the quality card has been added, where it is showing you the information that what is the risk. So the quality risk is governed based on the issues created in the project. So this is this particular dashboard, the quality risk card, is capturing the information of issues in this platform. And there are a couple of other project insight which you can capture. So you can see that the project RFIs, like request for information, which a person has created directly in the building phase, you can capture that information in the project RFIs. So this is a dashboard. Now, if you want to create reports, so this is a report feature which is there in Autodesk Construction Cloud. You can create a report, like if you want the detailed summary of all the issues being created in past 1 year, past 2 months, past 6 months. So you can export that information out of your cloud. And for example, if you want all the information regarding RFIs, you can also export that. And now coming to the data connector. So this is a tool which has been recently enhanced. It was there in past couple of few months back, but there are a lot of enhancement which has been done in this tool. So what this tool can do is it can extract the information which is there in your common data environment and export this as in the form of a data point. For example, if you have the design data in the form of, let's say, issues. So let's say there are 100 issues created in your project. So data connector will, this tool will export all that information, and you can export this either in the form of Excel file, or you can directly connect this to your any of the BI tool. So the value you will get from this tool is the connected data. Connected data means the data what you are feeding into your common data environment will get extracted using this tool, and you can create the dashboard based on your requirement. So this is the BI dashboard, which is the proof of concept for forms. So in construction site, you can see that we do a lot of commissioning, we do a lot of check sheets. So we are creating a lot of forms. But previously, like let's say if you go to a construction site, if we ask like how many forms are created, by a particular company, if that construction like company is doing everything by themselves, through the manual workflows, it's not possible to capture it. Means, let's say they need to go to those manual worksheets, manual printed sheets, they need to check all this inside. But now with the help of Autodesk Construction Cloud, you can track everything in one single dashboard. So this is a dashboard. You can see that how many forms are created like in that project, how many forms are submitted, how many forms are not submitted, which company created those forms, which company is not creating the form. So you can see that there is a 11% company X is creating the form. So all this information you can track it using dashboard, and this information is live. That means you can connect your data live from common data environment and make it intuitive with any BI tool. So this is the dashboard which I have created for in Power BI, but you can use that, or maybe create in any of the other BI tool. So this is one dashboard. So there is another dashboard which I'll show, which you can find on issues. So this is the Power BI web. So if you want to see, so this is the dashboard which I've created on issues, like how many issues are created on a particular project or at the account. So you can capture the information at the account level. So you want to quickly see that how many issues are pending. So just by clicking on that pending, you see that all the pending issues it will just like filter out here. So this is just a proof of concept, and you can customize this based on your requirement. And like now, if I want to see that how many issues are closed, so there are a total of 46 issues closed. So this will update this table, and it will also show that how many closed issues are coming from different issue types. So there are 5 closed issues on the coordination side, 11 closed issues on the issue side. So the important thing to note here is previously all these insights were taking a lot of time off for the construction manager and for the project engineers. It was taking a lot of toll on them. But now as this information is standardized, and so you can capture all this insight in one common place with the help of the data points created by you guys in common data environment with the help of Forge using the data connector tool. Any questions?
Shashwat, for the Power BI, what about the licensing? Like, for example, do I have to have a Power BI license because it's not part of Autodesk, right? Or I just need to view it and there's no need?
That's a good question, Wendy. So if you have Autodesk Construction Cloud access, so you can capture all these insight in any BI tool. If you talk about Power BI, yes, you need license to access these surveys. So you need to purchase or maybe the simply get the Power BI license, and there is a data connector application. You can capture that data from that data connector, and then you can create your dashboards based as per your requirement. So the data will you will get in the raw form, but in Power BI you need to connect everything. You need to make relationships, and with that you can create these beautiful dashboards. Okay, so I believe this is all what we had today. So what we discussed first how the data evolved in AEC industry from Stone Age. Like we know that information was already there, but now with time it got evolved, and now the important thing is that data we can get more insight, capture more insight in the coming time. Then we discussed regarding Autodesk Common Data Environment, which is Autodesk Construction Cloud, how you can create your design in the design phase using BIM Collaborate Pro and capture the construction data using Autodesk Build, and you can connect directly your design to the construction process. Then we discussed the platform, which is connected data. We discussed how you can connect your design data to your any of the product, and today we discussed how you can connect the Revit to Inventor using the data exchange workflow. So there are a couple of other workflows, like you can also connect your Excel sheets. You can create your Power BI a dashboard based on your design data from Revit. And in the end, we discussed how the data insight and analytics can be captured from common data environment, and how you can utilize the data which is which you create directly from the design phase to construction phase, and you can create your own dashboard and capture the insight and analytics of your project, and that would help you in making your project more successful with less errors, less time, and it will improve your efficiency. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shashwat. And thank you
Over to you, Wendy.
Yeah, thank you for attending our community conversations. And thank you again, Shashwat, for sharing your insights and knowledge with us today on this very important topic. A recording will be posted in the community conversation page. And also, we really welcome your feedback about your experience today. So please use the link provided for our 2-minute survey. If you are interested to be a presenter for our community conversation, the link will be in the follow-up email. So just fill up the form from the link that we provide to you, and then we will review, and then we'll let you know. Right, and you can also explore the various Autodesk communities, including the new Community Voices, which is a new blog by the community, and feature product tips, workflows, articles, updates, and more, all shared by members of Autodesk Global Community. We also have the community journals, which feature news and views from the Autodesk community team itself. And we have the student group hub, the Autodesk forums, and you also can stay connected with us on Twitter and Facebook, including several new Facebook groups for specific products. All this, you can find the links in the community conversation event page. So thank you so much again, everyone, for joining today. Again, I encourage you to take a moment to fill out the survey so that we can tailor the conversation based on your needs and expectations. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you around. Bye.